The reason why I said it earlier because since you mentioned that, I'm gonna talk about it now. I fucking hate that fucking live action Lil and Stitch movie. You know I hate it because I didn't watch it. I had to watch
Lilo.
like
Why
in
you say it like
Stitch.
that? Lilo? You say Lilo? It's
I don't know.
Lilo, bro. You just say
Lilo.
Lilo. Lilo and
Yeah,
Stitch.
but anyways,
I
I
feel
hate
like
the live action. You know I hate
yeah,
it because I don't watch it. I watched like someone's review on it, and I already knew it was bad the moment. Yeah, like what Kaiju Boys said in the comments. Why didn't they make like Jumbo wasn't German? He was Russian. He was Russian.
bro.
Like, he had the voice of a Russian, not German. But he got rid of the accent.
Smarter than 100 supercomputers.
Not Jumba. Wait, was it? No, it wasn't Jumba. Fucking Gantu wasn't even in the movie either. And the reasons behind that was because essentially money issue. And I'm like, okay, so if you can't
That's
bring
bullshit. Like that. I'm just calling that right now. That's bullshit.
I know, but here's the reason why though, because their previous movie, fucking Cinderella, and since because Gino just mentioned this too, Cinderella didn't do well in the box office, so that's the amount of money they have, and they couldn't bring the characters in. And I agree with everyone when they say this. What's the point of making a live action movie if you can't bring half the characters in? How? Spoilers, by the way. Even then, I could care less about it. Jumba is the villain in that movie,
and turn you into 627,
which makes no fucking sense.
I feel like everyone at this point is aware that Jumba is
Snow White,
the villain. I don't get it.
I hated it because like the only thing that makes him a villain is that he created life. That's the only villainy part. He created life for like destruction and stuff like that, but that's the only thing he did. And besides, he rarely used them.
Hold on, I because I didn't see the movie either. What did he do in that movie other than that? Like, did he try to kill people? Did he try to threaten to kill someone? It's
basically the same thing in the same thing like in the animated, but the only difference is the ending where he just says where he kidnaps Stitch, he's gonna take them back, and he says how his human family doesn't matter because he has his own family, which he was referring to the other experiments like Angel, I think it's her name. I can't remember their names. Angel, Sparky, because they reference the other experiments in like a computer basis thing he shows.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. And I hated that. Like, like that's not Jumba. Like, I'm sorry, that's not Jumba. He's not like.
What do you mean? Sorry? Don't say sorry. I mean, Jumba is Jumba. He's not supposed to be a villain. He's supposed to be he's supposed to be a dumbling scientist who accidentally created life, or on purpose. I think
he did on purpose because
he purposefully created life and didn't know how to control it, and because of his bumblency, he let it went loose, and
went loose. And he was going to remain evil until he discovered Stitch's family, and he wanted that family too. So and that's the reason why he stays with Lilo and her family, because he found family too. That's the whole reason why Ohana was a big word in that animated movie. And from what I've been told, during that time period, not to go political or anything like that, but Hawaiians were getting removed for some reason. I don't know why, but they were getting removed, and that's why they use Ohana in the movie really well, because it was to show that no matter what happens, family is what
it was
matters.
Sung by there was like a song of that. It was from I think it was the president. I think it was the president of Hawaii or prime minister. No, I don't know who it was, but she sung the song.
Yeah.
It's like a whole
that
thing.
Song was in there because it was to show that no matter what happens, family is what important. But in the live action Lilo and Stitch, Ohana does not mean fucking family, because she fucking leaves Lilo with the neighbor and goes to college. I'm like, what? What? That's just insulting. Simple. That's just insulting.
The film. It's just the idea of Lilo and Stitch, bro. Like, of a live action, I guess. It was just a stupid concept to begin with.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing. I also found it really dumb how Disney tried to do the marketing for the film. Like they had Stitch like eating up a bunch of like, you know, DC properties. And like they
Wait,
had the
really?
Mickey Mouse hat, they had Thor's hammer in there, they had all these different things. It was just kind of like fucking, I don't know, it was kind of like
Yeah.
narcissistic, I guess, but it was really it was condescending, I should say.
It was trying to
meant to
be
say.
like the original marketing, but after seeing
Like
the
here,
original
but like here's the thing though, the animated version, well, the original, I should say, because technically speaking, they're both animated. Whether you like to see it or not, they are both animated. The original was they did that a long time ago, and they did it way better with the marketing. They had like, you know, I think you've seen those clips before. Like,
Yeah,
you
I've
know,
seen those.
like Stitch was in Beauty of the Beast, Aladdin, and like, you know, doing all these crossovers and stuff like that. It was that I like that. That was like a nice little thing right there. But with Disney, you know, they didn't do that. They just had like as typical corporate bull crap. It was bullshit. It was just a plain poster with just similar, you know, things from there. I don't know, man. Just the moment I heard that they were in works of making a live action or an animated, a new Lilo and Stitch, I was like, why? I saw a lot of people getting all hyped for it and all that. I'm just like, why are you getting hyped for it, bro? Like they're gonna trash this somehow. I had a feeling they were going to trash this.
Yeah,
and
like,
I hate being right. I hate being right all the time because it was trash. Like they messed up everything. It was just so. Oh man,
dude. Yeah, the funniest thing is too. I was like thinking I was planning on watching it because I was like, well, from the trailers, it didn't look that bad. And then when I heard like after the movie was released, I then get like articles saying how they removed Gantu and how Jumbo doesn't speak Russian anymore. I was like, what? And then like I started watching movie reviews on it because I know I'm not gonna waste my money on that. I even told my mom not to watch that piece of shit because it's not worth it. Because my mom wanted to watch it because she's like a big fan of Lilo and Stitch. So we never did, thankfully. So when I watched the movies review on it, I was upset. And I was so happy that I never watched the movie either.
It's just so dumb what Disney's doing, bro. And I find it, and again, I find it dumb that they didn't have the money that to include the villain of Lilo and Stitch. You know, the guy. You said his name earlier. I'm blanking on his name, but yeah, he would have been so awesome. And like,
and again, he would have been a little bit terrifying too, because if they like fucked up Jumba's design for the live action, then they can do the same thing for Gantu.
I mean, then again, Gantu, like, he's supposed to be like a villain, so like if they were to do that, I think it would have been better. But even here's the thing, right? Even if they included Gantu, I still would have thought this film would have like just flopped.
I mean, yeah, I can agree.
I didn't like. I don't know. I personally just don't like live action or just new iterations of the old films and all that, because the old films are always going to be classics. No matter what generation you're in, the classics will always be something that a lot of people will enjoy more.
I can tell.
Because like the newer versions nowadays, man, they are just so corporate bullcrap that just they just try to make more money off of like nostalgia. And I'm tired of that crap. You know, I'm really just exhausted of that.
Yeah, I'll bring that up later. But dude, you're right on that, because like the moment I heard this information, I was like, fuck that. So I actually dig through. We have like a bunch of DVDs under the TV in the living room, because I remember I had the DVD for not only Lilo and Stitch, but Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, and Stitch the Movie. I couldn't find those two, but I found Stitch the Movie, rewatched it. I was like, damn, they had to ruin this. They had to ruin it.
That's crazy, man.
I even started watching the Lilo and Stitch series too.
You know what's also crazy too? I don't know if you know this, but like on Disney Plus, they've done small edits to the original movies of some of the movies. Oh yeah, so there's a sequence, like this is the most biggest example, and because we're talking about Lilo and Stitch, Lilo and Stitch has a scene where the sisters are like, you know, chasing each other around the house, right? And Lilo hides in the if you see it on Disney Plus, it's a weird cabinet or something.
Really?
Yeah. But in the original version, the original unaltered version, she hides in a laundry mat or a laundry like machine. A washer or something. I guess they assume that kids of today would just randomly just put themselves in a washer or dryer. Like,
oh yeah, that sounds
like here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Kids are dumb, but they're not retarded. All right. They're not gonna be going out of their way to be putting themselves in situations like that. They're not gonna be doing any of that crap. Like, nah, bro, nah. But that's one example of like a small edit they did.
Yeah, I want to read what Zeno said here.
Yeah, holy crap, man, this is a bunch of people talking right now.
Yeah, he said, Zeno said, I wasn't really a Disney kid growing up, so I'm not devastated by these trashy remakes, yet they're still annoying because they're practically cheating their way to success because of recognizable IP. I think I can agree with that too.
Yeah, for the most part, it's just it really just boils down to that, really. Like, there's a difference between, like, when it comes to like movies nowadays, man. There's a difference between reinventing the wheel and just corporate shit. Like, just blatantly trying to make money and just trying to, like, you know, do something with it. It's just what Disney's doing right now, it's just not working, man.
Yeah.
And I want to at least say this, that apparently Disney is actually working on getting 2D animation back.
Really?
Like they're gonna get back into 2D animation. Like, I don't know. Like they mentioned that they're considering bringing back 2D animation and all that, because considering how like the animations are nowadays, man, especially with like Disney's current animated department and all that, they're all just, oh gosh, like for example, like what was it, Luca, and then there's Turning Red. They all have that same like weird fucking face type shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
It's those types of art styles. They don't really, because the thing is, like, when it came to like the old classic Disney movies, you know, they had like their own distinct look to them. While they all look kind of alike, they still had their own distinctive thing about them that made them unique. They all had an art style, and it just, you know, you don't see that a lot with Disney nowadays, with current Disney animated films. They all have that same round face with the pickle-shaped smiling mouth and a plain-ass circly eyes. There's nothing. They all look the same. There's nothing endearing about them. They all just look like bland. Like, I'm sounding like a broken record right now when I say this word. Corporate crap. Like corporate, like I don't know how many times someone needs to like make like a tally how many times I've said corporate. I think this is like my third time saying it, but it's just really that, man. It's just the same crap. Like, give us something different. Give us different art styles, man. Give us some different art styles, unique art styles to like different characters from Disney. But I don't know. It's really crazy, and it's I find it really crazy how like I'm not a like, because it's like what I'm blank. It's like what Zeno said, you know, like he, like, you know, I'm not a huge Disney person. I never, like, I did grow up watching Disney movies, you know, VHS, and just put it in there and watch the movies. But you know, it's like I'm not a huge massive like person of Disney, you know, but like when it comes down to it, it's just, I don't know. It really just boils down to just nowadays everything's just so bland. There's nothing going on. It's sad. It's really sad.
Oh yeah, since you mentioned like stupid shit like the for some reason the changes in Disney Plus, I want to mention this too since you mentioned that. I remember coming across a video, and I have it in the group chat, but we're not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna mention it. And someone on Twitter saw the original Lilo and Stitch, mistook the sisters' argument scene as child abuse for some reason.
What?
Yeah,
What?
they mistook like the sisters not getting along as child abuse. I'm like, they have that scene there was to show like, because you gotta remember, for the longest time I thought Nani was the mother of Lilo, but after rewatching the movie, no, that's her sister, her 18-year-old sister, and
Jesus.
yeah, that was like she and Lilo were the only survivors because their parents died in a car crash, and Lilo is traumatized by it and still trying to like process what's going on in her new lifestyle. So yeah, she's gonna act out the way she is because her parents just died. I'm not giving an excuse on her actions. Like, it's still bad, but I can understand where they're coming from. But even then, I wouldn't call what Nani is doing abuse because she's just trying her best to take care of her little sister. And you can tell because at the end, near the end of the movie, when Lilo gets taken away by Cobra Bubbles, that's the actual FBI agent's name.
What the
she
hell?
tries.
Was that in the original?
Yeah, that's in the original. Cobra Bubbles was the man in suit, black guy, bald. He was the bald black guy. But anyway.
I don't know why I found that funny.
But anyways, someone Saber said it was edited back in or something. I don't know. But anyways, wait, did I say that right? No, Saba, sorry. So Cobra Bubbles puts Leo in the car because he cares about her too. So Nani tries to fight her way to get Lilo back because she actually cares about her sister, and the reason why the house blew up because Jumbo was there trying to catch trying to catch Stitch, and then we get the whole Gone To scene where he kidnaps Lilo instead of Stitch by accident, and then Stitch tries to help her out, and then and like that was a build up to that scene. It was to show that how Nani really cares for her sister and she's trying her best with the situation she's in.
That's crazy.
And that's why I prefer the original over the live action, because it was supposed to show like no matter how deep the situation is, the family is like the most important thing. And I heard people try to like excuse the live action's ending for giving Lilo up to Neighbor because of like some social bullshit or it's realism, so that's what really was going to happen. And I agree with someone to say this. I can understand where they're coming from, but you got to remember this is a movie about a little kid adopting an alien as a pet. Like, what sense of realism is that?
I really don't get why, like, not just Disney, but just other films in general, why they have to insert so much realism. Like, there's a difference. Like, there's always a line with everything. If you put too much of it, it's like, oh gosh, It's always like, oh my gosh, we gotta put some real life situations, and they film about a flying freaking screaming monkey that can roar like a tyrannosaur that could freaking throw fire out of its eyes. It's like, holy crap, man!
Yeah, the closest thing I can think about was the CW where they did something like that. The closest thing, they did something like that with The Flash on season 4 or 3.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now we're not going to dive into CW, but overall, that person was a freaking idiot. Someone made a video talking about it, and that's someone I'm mentioning. And I hope they have a better mindset because that was the stupidest thing they could have said.